Hello friends, and welcome back to the Jazz Ranch. I have a special program for you this evening. I'm going to be applying the Barry Harris concept of diminished scales to the song Wave by Antonio Carlos Jobim. And before that, I'm going to give you a quote from the great saxophonist John Coltrane. He said this: "Overall, I think the main thing a musician would like to do is give a picture to the listener of the many wonderful things that he knows of and senses in the universe." Now that's a great quote by John Coltrane, and I'm going to try to show you that in this video, in which I'm going to interpret the Barry Harris concept and apply it to the song Wave by Antonio Carlos Jobim. Here we go. I'm going to be playing these really cool voicings for the bridge of the song Wave by Antonio Carlos Jobim. Now this is in the key of D, but the bridge goes 2-5-1 into F major, 2-5-1 into E flat major. It's very unusual that way. Now the melody sounds like this: 2-5-1 into F major, 2-5-1 into E flat major. Now here's the voicings. I'm going to play it again, try to make it a little more musical. What was I doing now? I was harmonizing the melody with chords that apply to the concept of the Barry Harris diminished 6th scale. Now this is on a number of videos online, and I have a video of my own that I did on it, but I want to show you how I applied it to this song, and that's what's important, the fact that you see the application. Just to have a scale or a bunch of theory ideas isn't going to help you that much unless you can apply it and use it in a practical way. Now let's look at that melody and analyze just the melody related to the chord. Now you have G minor 7, and the melody goes, that's 2-5-1, G minor 7, C7, F major 7 or F6. So that's what's going on there in the melody. Is you have chord tone, passing tone, right? Doesn't fit the chord. Chord tone, passing tone, doesn't fit the chord. Chord tone, passing tone, chord tone, chord tone, chord tone. So those passing tones now are where you use a different chord. And really what it is, if you break it down, it's the 5 of whatever chord you're playing. So G minor 7, its 5 would be D7. So it'll be like this. But that's not good. That doesn't sound good. So what we do is we put the diminished chord in there, which is really a D7 with a flat 9 in it. So that's the key to the whole thing, is that you see that a dominant 7th with a flat 9 really has a diminished sound to it, or diminished form to it. So you don't really need to know what the root is. You just need to have the notes that are important to the chord. So that's the 3rd, the 5th, the 7th, and the flat 9. If I invert it, there's the 5th, the 7th, the flat 9, the 3rd, and so on and so on. I could keep inverting that, and it's just a D7 flat 9, or whatever diminished you want to call it. A diminished there, F sharp diminished. This is all, they all fit together in this phenomenal symmetrical pattern. So like you have this, so you can have this now, like that. So now I harmonized it like this. I did a drop too. So first of all, let's understand it just in terms of a chord in the right hand. So it's this. Now I'm going to use, I can use that one. That's a minor 9, or that's the 6, G minor 6. There's your diminished chord. Here's your minor 6th. Here's your diminished chord. And then there's your minor 6th chord, diminished chord, minor 6th. And then this one, minor 6th, there. So now, if I did it like, now I did it a little differently. I put the 9 in there. I like the minor 7 sound. So that's the sound I like. Just a variation on it. Now, when you drop this, the second note from the top, you have this. See, that'll be this note. That's the voicing. So you're going to drop that note down. Now you have this. It's very specific, but once you get the idea of this and put it into your ears, it's going to create a lot of fascinating harmonic concepts that you're going to understand, and they are advanced, but this is what you want to do. You want to advance your ear. You want to develop your ear to hear this sort of thing and be able to apply it in a practical way. Theory is not enough. You have to really understand it and begin to hear it. Now the next part, I just apply the same melody to a whole step lower, which is 2-5-1 into E flat. So now it goes like this. So it's based on an F minor, you know, and so the 5 would be the C7 flat 9. So you have this. It's beautiful sounding, it's symmetrical, it's perfect, and it relates to this concept of the Barry Harris diminished 6th scale, although I'm using the minor 7th here, just because I like the sound of it. Now I have everything written out for you, so hopefully this is a review, because you have to look at my previous video on the Barry Harris diminished 6th scale in order to understand this. But just in terms of a quick review, starting on C scale, so C major, up to 5, there's the flat 6, that would be 6, so flat 6. So now you have an 8-note scale, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, so now you have, if I harmonize it, let's say I'll go like this. I'm going to harmonize it in 6 now. You can only use notes that are in that scale. There's your minor, there's your relative minor, right? Now here's where you have to go. So you have to get that diminished scale in there, so that diminished chord based on the A flat, then to the 6, and then there's your diminished chord. So I'm filling it out with the major 6 and then inversions of it, and then the diminished chord and inversions of it. That's all that's going on. Now you need to apply that to every key. This is a big assignment, but if you love this kind of thing and master it, you will become a great player. Guaranteed. This is guaranteed. If you can master this, this is a great challenge. Now I'm just joking, of course. You can't become a great player just learning this scale or this concept. But you can get sort of in-depth knowledge and how the symmetrical aspect of music relates to the universe. Now, I totally believe that this is a very incredible concept. You know, and Barry Harris, who's one of the great living legends of jazz right now, put this out for you. And so I'm trying to make it more clear by giving you an application, a practical application to a song. And that's what I find fascinating and wonderful all about this, is like you can apply these concepts that have to do with music and the universe and symmetry and everything else and put them into music and enjoy it that way. So like if you love this kind of thing as I do, then you will enjoy this, learning this concept, and you will practice it in all keys. So there you go. There's your challenge. I'm going to give you one more little tidbit. This one. Okay, I'm going to put the E pedal tone there. so A minor. So you have a A minor, E7, flat 9, E7, flat 9 inverted, and then resolving to A minor. So you have a little melodic line that is harmonized with that scale. Now you can do that, you can learn that in every key, and it's very hip sounding. Like, and that really is applying that scale, you know, to a melodic line, which makes it practical. Now that's what the major composers did. Tin Pan Alley, Great American Songbook, classical composers and great arrangers, they've applied these concepts to their arranging and how they write music. And they are beautiful sounding. Thanks for joining me tonight, and I hope you will write to me. I love to hear from you, and I will always try to respond. Until next time, I will say in the words of my great friend Henry Dressel, swing loose, and we'll see you around the block and next time around. Bye-bye.